Hi everybody, and welcome back to another week of Kids Continued. If you've been following the series we've been doing recently, we have an activity or sometimes an experiment that links in with our Bible story. So today we're going to be talking about boats. Now, when I mention boats, the first one that pops into your mind is probably Noah and the big ark he built. Now, Noah is not the only story in the Bible that has a boat in it. We even hear about ships or smaller little boats where people used to go and do fishing. One of the big ships that we hear about, and we did the story a couple weeks ago, was with Paul when he used to travel around, and also when he was imprisoned and the Romans would move him around. There are even stories in the Bible that speak about Jesus preaching from a boat, and Jesus and his disciples traveling and being on little boats. So we are going to be making a boat today out of paper. This is called origami, when we fold paper into a shape. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look. So all we need is a piece of paper. I have an A4 piece of paper here, and you don't need scissors or anything like that, and you're welcome to use any color paper you want. I have a white piece. First, we are going to fold it in half like we are making a card. So try and get it as straight as you can. And fold it, press down nicely so that it's a tight fold. And then we're going to turn it so that the folded piece is here at the top and it opens at the bottom. We're going to fold it one more time in half, and we're going to make a smaller card. Again, fold it nice and tight. There we go. And that fold was just so that we could get a line in the middle here. Okay, we have it folded. So we're going to take this corner here on the right, and we're going to pull it down here and make it line up with this middle fold that we made. Okay, it helps if you put your finger at the top so you know how far you need to pull it to. And then it gets quite tough as you fold the pages more and more. And you're going to do the same with the other side. Press down and fold it nice and tight. So we have a house. Do you see a house? Okay. Now, remember we folded it so that the open pieces were at the bottom. We're going to take the one and we're going to fold it up over this. You can use the triangles we just folded to help guide you. And there we go. And then we're going to turn it over and do the same with this piece here. Now this piece we don't really have a guide, so we're going to use these corners here. So pull this corner up to here and this one up to here so that we can get it nice and straight. There we go. Okay, so now we have this piece, and when you open it up, it's kind of like a hat. But what we're going to do is each side has these two little flaps. Just going to tuck the one in, just like that. And same on the other side. So you can pick any one you want, just make sure one side is tucked in. And turn it this way, and because we've done the fold lines, it will fold easily in half. Okay, so that those little flaps are now here on the bottom. And you may just want to straighten it up a little bit because it might want to fold a little skew, but there we go. Okay, so we have it folded and we have these little flaps at the bottom. Now we put it down, and again we're going to fold this corner up to this side over here. Now just go slowly, and remember, because we're folding so many times, it gets a little tough, but it's okay. There we go, and then we're going to turn it over and do the same on this side. fold it up that way. Okay, there we go. So now we have it folded, and we have these 3 triangles that join like this. So we're going to keep it closed. Make sure it's folded all nice and tight. Okay. Now, when we pick it up and we open it, see, now we have made a smaller hat. And we're going to fold it. So as we open it, we're going to push the other ends together and fold it again. So here we have it, and this part can get a little tricky and it might want to fight with you, but just keep trying. We're going to pull these 2 parts open, and we want it to sit. It's going to fight with you, but we're going to pull it all the way, and you're going to fold it this way. So here on this end, it's going to want to crinkle, but you just tuck all the pieces in till it's folded nicely like this. So you see it already looks like a boat. And when we stand it up, just pull it a little apart there, and it will want to stand up for you. Okay, so you guys can decorate it however you want, but here is our boat. Here we go. It can be a little tricky, but just keep practicing and you will get it. And you can keep it flat if you want, or you can pop it up so that it can stand there. You just give it a little tug that way. If you just give it a little tug, open the bottom a little bit, and it will stand for you. Okay. Now that you have your boat, and I hope that it came out okay, but otherwise just give it some practice and you'll get it. So I have my boat here, and remember earlier on we were talking about the different ways that boats are used in the Bible. And Jesus used to preach from it. He went out on a big lake when there were so many people that he had to stand on a boat to preach to the people on the shore. Now, I also like to think that a boat is kind of like our life. And a boat travels on the seas, and sometimes things are going smoothly and they're fine, and other times there can be big storms. And these storms have huge waves and they toss you around, and things don't go so easy. But if you have a strong boat, if it is made really strong with good wood, then things will last and your boat will survive. Now, we need this in our lives. We have to make sure that we are built to be strong and that we can survive storms. And the way we do that is by relying on God and reading His Word, so that His Word can build into our lives and make us strong. Because as we know, there's things that go on in the world and go on around us that are really tough sometimes. We hear about people who get sick or people who are struggling. Like a boat, the seas aren't always calm, and we can have struggles in life and times where things are really tough, where we have family members who are sick and struggling, or even things in our own lives that aren't going well, whether it's an illness or arguments with friends, whatever it is, you can turn to God and He can help you. So make sure that you're grounded in the Word and you're learning from it every day. So the boat we folded, or I folded, was just on white paper. But decorate your boats, and maybe a good idea would be to write verses on it, whether you write the whole verse out or even just the scripture reference of verses that remind you of who God is and how He is always there to protect you and to guide you. So I hope you guys have a good week. You remember that God is always there with you, and He is there to help you through the storms or struggles that you face. Bye guys.